Hey, I want to congratulate you for taking action and enrolling into the Brand Maker Challenge, the 30-day Brand Maker Challenge. You're going to be very, very happy with yourself that you took the decision to enroll in this program. It's going to be one of those things that you say, wow, this is one of the best things I did for my digital marketing career, okay? Because I'm going to teach you everything I've learned over the years, over like 10 years of being online. I'm going to teach you all of those things. Now you can imagine I've taken a lot of courses, and so people make things very, very complicated. Okay, so what I'm gonna do in this training is to look at the landscape, take all these complex concepts and break them down to you so that you can understand them. Okay, break them down to the level that even a 3-year-old can understand. I'm gonna teach you in diagrams. I'm gonna teach you. You're gonna look over my shoulder as I do things. Okay, the first lesson we're gonna start is to show you an overview of marketing landscape so that you understand marketing with just one image. When you stick that image in your mind, every hour, every minute, even at 2 a.m. at night, somebody wakes you up, you're gonna teach them marketing. Okay, because it's gonna be so easy. Once you understand the concept, the next thing we're gonna dive immediately into the implementation, because this what I'm going to teach you is not theory here. Okay, so I'm going to show you, click here, you click there, drag it and drop here, you drag it and drop here, do this, you do that, so that by the time you are done, you'll be so good, you'll be so experienced, you'll be so hands-on, you can do this thing. And because you can do it, you can get clients easily, you can do their work, they can pay you. Even when you go to a job interview, you can just articulate these things because these things have stuck with you. The images are in your head, you've used your fingers, you've done the assignment, so you internalize it, you know it, and it stays with you. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's dive right in, and let me start by showing you what marketing is all about. So what you see on my screen here is Marketing Explained. So what is marketing? I want you to just burn this image in your mind. Don't worry, I'm going to explain everything in the image. So, marketing is all about taking somebody we call a prospect through a journey called a customer value journey. So, you take a prospect here and you take them through this journey from aware to promote. And in the middle here, these two things in the middle here, they will enable you take this person here through this journey from top of funnel up to bottom of funnel. Okay, so like I said, marketing is like one-to-one communication at scale. What does that mean? It means that you have to imagine things that you would normally do for one prospect who has a problem you want to solve with your problem. Imagine what you would tell them if you were to meet them in a restaurant and you were seated at the table. What would you tell them about your product? What would you tell them about the problems they are facing? So you take that conversation and you put it online. But now you want to speak to many people, not just one person. So you have to create a system that can speak to many people, but at the same time, those people have to feel as if you were speaking to them alone. So that's why I said it's communication. It's one-on-one communication at scale. So a lot of people miss that factor of one-on-one communication. You have to speak to them as if you are helping a friend who has a problem. The language has to be conversational. It has to be in a language where they feel like they have been understood. You have to articulate their problems to them in a way that they feel like you've understood their problem and you can solve it. So it's one-to-one, but you take it and you scale it. You use digital market to scale it so that, let's say you're speaking to 1,000 people who are seeing your Facebook ads, who are seeing your emails. They should feel as if you are speaking to them alone because you talk to them, you talk to their problems. So that is what you have to keep in mind. So marketing is moving this person from a stage where they don't know you, so that the first stage is that they should become aware of you. And then after they become aware of you, they want to engage with your content. Because remember, your content is actually you, the communication that you've created and yourself, and you put it out there so that these masses, these thousands of people, millions of people can interact with you as if they were talking to you alone, as if you were just with them alone. So that is what we call engage. They engage with you through your videos, through your articles, through any kind of content you have. You want them to engage with you. Okay? Now, when they engage with you, after they have become aware of you, they engage with you. They should exchange information about themselves. That means that they are giving you permission to keep on talking to them. So they can give you their email or their phone number. That's what we call subscribe. And then after subscribe, when they give you their name and phone number, it means that you can communicate to them. You can send them texts, you can send them emails, and you can communicate with them and build that relationship. So after they subscribe, the next thing is that they will convert. Convert means that they buy for the first time. When they buy for the first time, they have converted. They have become a convert. This term is taken from like religion. When somebody is converted, like they baptize you and you become part of a congregation, it means that you have decided that you're going to stay there for a long time. If you look at it through the lens of a relationship, convert is somebody like you meet a girl and you had your first sex. That is convert. They have decided, they have made a decision, they want to stay with you for a longer period of time. Okay? So that is convert. But let's say subscribe is like when you meet that girl and you get your phone number. It means that they say, okay, you know what? You can talk to me. You can call me. They are giving you permission to call them. So convert is when you have like that first, I don't know, some people don't like to talk about sex. Some people want to reserve sex for marriage. But let's say it is that first dinner. It is that first date. Or it is that first visit to the beach. That is convert. Or it is that first sex, if you are comfortable with that term. That's convert. And then after that, they have to be excited. So you have to treat them well after that first big commitment they have made. That first step they have taken, that giant step, if they have bought from you your first product, that is convert. Now, in order for them to buy from you again, you need to excite them. You need to deliver what you promised. They need to be happy. And after that, they will ascend. Ascend means that they have either bought something from you again, or they have bought something of a higher value. That's what we call ascend. And if you treat them very well at the level of excited, if they're excited, they really love what they bought, and they're really happy, they will easily buy for you forever. They will ascend as many times as possible. And after that, they become advocates. Advocates means that they will start advocating for you. They become like a lawyer. They will defend you in public. They will defend your products. They will tell other people who are making false stories, negative stories about you that, no, this guy is good. I've taken his product. They become advocates. Okay, then after that, when they become advocates, they can actually promote your products and start making money from it. So I have a program called Money Partner that allows you to promote my products. After you've done the challenge and you like the challenge, you want to take it to the next level, I'll ascend you to a level of promoter where you can promote my products and actually make money from it. So that is the value journey that we take a customer through. Now, like I said, you realize that I've abandoned all of this middle area here. It's because I want to take, like I said, I want to explain it to you step by step. So forget about this. Don't get distracted now. Just understand that marketing is about two things, two most important things. It's about a prospect, or another name for it is customer avatar. And the reason we call it a prospect is because they don't know you, they don't trust you, they have not bought from you. So they can become a customer. It's a prospective customer. So short form is prospect. So it's an avatar or prospect. I'm going to explain what avatar means. But for now, just know that marketing is about two things. It's about the prospect and the journey that you take the prospect through. Any other thing is to make those two things happen. You have a prospect, and you want to take them through a journey of them becoming aware of you, engaging with you and your content, subscribing to you, buying from you or converting for the first time, getting excited with what they have bought, and then buying again or buying something of a higher value, and then starting advocating for you, and then starting promoting for you. That is the journey. So it's about the prospect or the avatar and the value journey. Marketers, good marketers, are people who have mastered how to take people from this step of unaware, for them to become aware, up to promote in such a way that the prospect doesn't even know that they are moving across this funnel, across this value journey. Okay, so the reason is like a shape of a funnel is because when you start this process of marketing to the masses, a lot of people will become aware of you, fewer of them will engage, and then even fewer of them will subscribe. That's why as you see, it's a form of a funnel. Now this slice here, this slice of the cake is bigger. This one here below it's a little bit smaller, and this one is even smaller, and this one is even smaller. So it's a funnel. So they are aware of you, they engage with your content, they give you the information, they subscribe, fewer of them convert, even fewer of them get excited, and then even fewer of them ascend, and then even fewer of them advocate, and then even fewer of them promote. Okay, so that's how it is. Now let's talk about these cool things here in the middle. For you to move a prospect or avatar across this journey, you will need some tools, you will need some systems. And what we need is what we call channels, marketing channels, or sales funnels. Sorry, or marketing channels and sales funnels, not all. We need marketing channels and sales funnels in order to move this dude here through these steps of the funnel. Okay? Or through these steps of the value journey. You can call it funnel and you can call it value journey. It doesn't matter. Those two words are synonyms. But for you to make this happen, you have to think about it this way, right? So this prospect here, they hang out on the channels, marketing channels. Now, what are marketing channels? Marketing channels is like everything that is in the internet. So everything, internet or offline, it can be internet or anything, any space that people hang out. It can be Facebook, it can be Instagram, it can be Google, it can be YouTube, it can be LinkedIn, it can be TikTok, it can be email, it can be events like live events where people go to attend events. It can be TV, people watch TV and they see an ad. It can be other channels like magazines or trade shows, seminars, how they call them, flyers, anything, okay? Business cards, anything that is offline. So those are channels, okay? These are channels. Now, the prospect, what attracts them to the channels is content. As you can see here, channels plus content will create this. It will attract the prospect. So if people go to Facebook to check out content, maybe about their friends, to check out what their friends have posted, the content their friends have posted, or to check out the content an authority figure has posted, or to check out any other thing, but all of that is content. It is content that attracts this guy here to the channels. They go on Instagram for the same thing. They go on Google maybe to search. They go on YouTube to watch videos, to learn. They go on LinkedIn to hang out with colleagues and friends and to look for jobs. They go to TikTok to create videos, fun videos. They go to email to check their emails. They go to events to have fun and to learn. They watch TV for pleasure and they can see an ad and other things. They read magazines and other things. Okay, so they read newspapers. They can see an ad on a newspaper. Or they watch the radio. Okay, I left out radio. But everything is a channel here. Everywhere people hang out is called a channel. Okay, so these guys hang out here because there is content here. So what you do as a marketer is that you have to put your content on these channels. Okay, for this guy to go there and hang out and see you. Because the way they become aware of you is if they see your content here and they like it, and the content is talking about a problem they are facing. Okay, so for content to be engaging, for content to be attractive, it has to be relevant to the prospect. Relevant. It has to be important to them. And for something to be relevant to somebody, it means that it addresses a problem they are facing. It addresses a pain point they have, a pain they have in their life, or a frustration, or it addresses a desire that they have. So those are words you'll be hearing a lot. It can be pain points, it can be frustration, it can be desires, it can be challenges. Everything that's important to them, that's relevant to the prospect, that is what will attract them here online. Okay, so if you have a market, so let's say you teach parents how to do parenting, you have to first of all know the common problems that parents are facing with their kids. If you want to address those problems, you have to first of all know them. and you have to describe them in words that this prospect can understand. And because you have thousands, millions of prospects, you want to categorize them. You want to put them you want to package them in what we call an avatar. An avatar, consider an avatar is like, let's say you have you are speaking to you are speaking to patients. Now you are a doctor, right? You're a family medicine doctor. Now your patients can be people who have back pain, they can have fever, they can have all kinds of illnesses. So you have to write down all of the possible problems that your patient can have, and then package them in a document called an avatar. When you document those problems, those desires, those pain points, now instead of calling it prospect, we call it an avatar, because it's like a very important set of phrases and descriptions of their problems and the solutions that you can offer to that problems, such that it's so important to you, to your marketing, that it becomes an avatar. It is something that when you say those phrases that you've documented in that document, this person here raises their hands. They feel like you are speaking to them, because now you've described the problems and your possible solutions to those problems in a way that makes them feel like you're talking to them. So in other words, think of an avatar as not just one person, but somebody who represents millions of people. It's technically it's like one person, but this person has problems, desires that represents your entire market. And so because you want to speak to this person as if they should feel like you're speaking to them alone, remember I said marketing is one-to-one communication at scale. Because you want to do that, you want to document all of these thousands of people to be represented by one person. So that if you imagine that person in your mind and you speak to those problems they have, each of these thousands, millions of people will feel as if you're talking to them. So that's what we call it avatar. So, but in layman's language, those for people who are not marketers, they will mostly use the word prospects. But for you who is a marketer, you will start using the word your avatar. So marketing is about moving the avatar, the customer avatar, through the value journey. Now, how do we do that? We put content on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, any channel that we choose. And then our prospect sees it, interact with it, they become aware of us. And then how do we do that? We do that with sales funnels. Okay, so when somebody sees your message on a channel like Facebook, you don't control Facebook. What you want to do is for them to come to your funnel. You want them to engage with your content on these channels. Yeah, so the first two steps, aware and engage, will mostly take place on the channels. But when somebody subscribes by giving you their phone number or their email address, it starts taking place here at the level of the funnel. So we have the first kind of funnel we call lead magnet. So what you basically do is that you put a content on a page of your funnel, and it's something that you say, hey, if you want to, this thing is so valuable, if you want to get it, give me your name and email. We call it gated content. It means that you create a gate where somebody has to give you their name, their information for them to access the content. And that's why we call it a lead magnet, because that is how you get a lead. A lead is somebody who has given you their information. It can be email, it can be phone number, it can be email and phone number and their name. So that is a lead. Now they are a lead. Now what do you do with a lead? You can now communicate with that lead. You can send emails to that lead. Okay, you can communicate with the lead through email, and then you can push them down to other funnels. We have another type of funnel here called Tripwire. A Tripwire is mostly funnels that enable people to buy from you for the first time, enable them to convert. Now, for somebody to convert, because they don't trust you enough, we use Tripwire. Tripwires is like low dollar offers. So most of the times, we will not just directly sell somebody a high ticket package. Let's say a $3,000 product. It's difficult to sell somebody that if you've not taken them through a lead or a Tripwire. It's difficult, but there are ways you can do that by combining this and this, or this alone and this. You can do this plus this before you start sending them to the high ticket to sell them $3,000 package. So I'll give you an example. Somebody comes in our program, we offer them a lead magnet. We tell them that, hey, there is a free training I did on how to create Facebook ads that sell. It's like a webinar funnel. When they come there, they give me their name and email to watch the free training. After that, we push them to the challenge. We tell them to join the 30-day challenge. Now they have to give us money, which is $30. $30 is low dollar, and so they feel comfortable for 30 days. Will give them a tremendous value. Now within those 30 days, we can now start telling them to upgrade to become a money partner to promote for us and make money. Or we can say become a consulting partner. Anything that we offer here at high ticket, they can pay, because now they are comfortable, they have trusted us, we've delivered on the first thing. Remember I said when they convert, you have to excite them. They have to be very, very impressed with you for them to ascend. So when they ascend to this high ticket, now they have moved down the funnel. So that is why you see here lead magnet, tripwire, and high ticket. Okay, now I'm gonna take a couple of businesses here and do some scenarios. So let's take, for example, a real estate agent. A real estate agent, normally they will bring people to their space by offering them something of a lead magnet. They can say, hey, check out this. I've compiled a list of homes in all the best neighborhoods in the country and their prices. You can get it by giving me your name and email. That's a lead magnet. When that person gives their name and email, so now they are in the universe of that marketer. Now this marketer can send them email. Okay, now when that marketer sends an email, they can now tell that person that, hey, you know what, why don't you book a 30 minutes converse. They can do something. They can say, you know what, I've created a video for you, I want you to go and watch it. So they can bypass the tripwire, because if they don't have anything to sell, let's say they want to sell a house, they want to sell a home, some of them will bypass the tripwire. They cannot. Some of them don't know that you can create something of a smaller price, like $20 or $19 or even $7 as tripwire, before even going to the high ticket. But again, they can easily go from lead magnet to high ticket. What you do is that you basically say, you know what, I've created you can create a short video for somebody to watch, and that video, what you do is, in that video, you explain the problems they have. Let's say they want to buy a home. You will tell them all the mistakes people make when buying a home. You can say, okay, you need to know about this, you need to know about that. So now this person watches this video, let's say 10-minute video. They are very happy with you, because you are among all of the real estate agents in that area, you're the only one who've taken time to address their problem. Now they are very thankful that, hey, without you, they would have made a huge mistake. So you can say, okay, if you are interested in buying a home, I'll be having some time this weekend to show around some houses. Would you like to jump on board? Book a time with me in my calendar, so that I can pick you up and we do that tour. Now they can go to your calendar and book and do that tour. So that is a high ticket funnel. When they go to your calendar, they book. When the next thing they may have to do is to actually buy the house, and then you have your commission. So that's high ticket. So that's how you can do it. Another way you can do it as a real estate agent, you can say, you know what, after you've given them that list of homes in the best places in the country and their prices, the next thing you want to sell, you can send them to a low ticket purchase. You can say, hey, I've compiled a list of things you need to do before buying a house. I've compiled a list of 101 things, and I teach you. I go through. I've created a little 5-part video training that teaches you everything you need to do when it concerns with negotiating the loan with the banks, when it comes to looking for a location, when it comes to reducing your down payment. Everything, I've done that, and it's just gonna cost you $1 or $7 or $10. Now it helps you to sell that as a tripwire, and then once they buy that, you can now say, hey, I've created some time in my calendar to show you some of these houses. Would you have time? So now they have already bought. Most of them will buy because it's cheaper. It's just $7 or $1 or $10 or $30, whatever the price. Then now you have that money. You already have money, and now you can move about and show them, so that even if fewer of them buy it, you're still making some money from the Tripwire, and you can use that money you make from the Tripwire to keep paying for your advertisement on Facebook. So that is why Tripwires are very important, because in my business, when I sell Tripwires for $30, it helps me pay back for my ads, for my advertising spend. And so I keep bringing people to my business, and then some of them upgrade, and when they upgrade, they pay even higher, and so the business keeps getting profitable and expanding. So that is how marketing works. Now, in between, I'm not saying that there are only 3 types of funnel, but mostly every funnel that I'm ever gonna teach you in this training is gonna fall either under a lead magnet funnel, a Tripwire funnel, or a high ticket funnel, or a combination of all 3, or a combination of these 2, or a combination. Everything is gonna be a combination of 1 or 2 more of these 3. So as I told you, I like to break down things. I like to make things very simple for you to understand. So again, what you need to understand is that we use the channels to move the prospect or the avatar through the value journey. Okay, I'm just recapping here. And you have to understand that depending on where somebody is on the value journey, you can always use the channels to push them down. So let's say somebody is aware about you and they have not engaged. What you need to do is you have to retarget this person who is engaged by showing them another ad. So let's say you show them, you created an ad on Facebook, and somebody became aware of you. They saw your ad for the first time. You don't just allow them go. You have to create another ad again on Facebook that enables them to engage. Maybe by seeing the ad the second time, that's when they will comment, or that's when they will click on the ad. And then if they are engaged but they have not subscribed, you also have to retarget them again for them to subscribe. You see that? So depending on where they are, you use these channels and these funnels to push them down the customer value journey. And everything we're going to be doing during the challenge, I'm going to be coming back to this diagram to tell you where we are. If we are doing something, I'm going to say, hey, remember this diagram? What we are doing now, this technical stuff we are doing right now is at this particular spot in this diagram, so that you can link this diagram, which is like the big picture, to all of the technical click here, click there, click here, click here that I'll be showing you. Remember, I told you this is going to be hands-on implementation, practical, so that you can gain experience. Okay, so I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I want you to, as your assignment after watching this video, I want you to send me an email. Okay, I'm going to put my email at the bottom of this this video. So there will be some paragraph or some text below this video in the members area where my email is. Send me a couple of paragraphs, 1 or 2 or 3 paragraphs, telling me what you've learned from this diagram. Okay, that is your first assignment. So it doesn't have to be long. You should just take 2 minutes to write anything, to send me anything you've learned about this particular first video. That's all what I need from you. Very simple. And I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Cheers.